God, that's loud.
What is that? I can hear it, eh? It's not working in your speakers. I can hear your sound. Ooh, nice. 11:04 on the 14th. That's a lot of 14s.
Can you hear it now?
No.
Yeah. It's not broken, just you can hear it still from the headphones.
Oh, okay.
Not as loud as I'm hearing it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's hot in here. Did it.
There's a feather in it?
Yeah. I forget when, but... Oh, this is the one that was by the door a couple weeks ago. That's why I kept it special. Couldn't remember. My fucking hands are sweaty. Alex, my hands are sweaty. I mean, I don't know why. Actually, I do. It's really hot. It's really hot in here. It's not hot. It's humid. It's humid. And I gotta keep the hair up because otherwise it's like... Know what I'm saying? Comment ça va, Alex? How's Romania today? It's already been a weird weather day and it's only like, 11 in the morning. I was up from like, I don't know, I forget, 3 something-ish to about 8 o'clock. I know, who falls back to sleep at 8 a.m.? Me. The crows were crowing, the birds, people had fucked off to work, so it was like, I'm going back to sleep. I fell back to sleep. But throughout being awake at dawn type of thing, one minute it was sunny, the next it was like raining and windy, then it was sunny again. I don't know what's going to happen today. Better stay sunny. Lily's going to go out and have some fun, so. Hey, Witch Moon. Alex Fox 44, dude. Me called you yesterday. I pulled a 44 card yesterday. I forget what it was. If it was on here, it was on, what was the, I guess it wasn't on top. I don't remember what the card was yesterday, Alex, but I pulled a 44 and I thought about you. So when I thought about you, I said it out loud. How's Aruba, Alex? How's Romania, Alex? Sandor? And how's Alex's Aruba? Y'all be from different worlds, eh? Alex, it's also very hot and humid for you. Good. Good for you. You're at the same temperature as us then. Aren't you glad you got no hair today, eh, when it's like that hot? I swear to gosh. I've been keeping my hair like half wet most of the time just to get a little bit of like, water retains memory. It helps somehow. I would sleep with a cold bag of like frozen peas, but I don't buy frozen peas. How's your day going, Angie? And it's okay if you don't feel like chit-chatting in the comments. I get it. Believe me. I do. Rawr. Get some goddess energy going. See who comes up today. I know Lilith came up yesterday, but I don't think she's 44. She could be. Ishtar, right on. Communication. Communication goes well with revelation. I named the stream Revelation. 2 and 3, 23 Ishtar. Communication. Commune. Community. Unity. Oh my God, Alex Fox says it's also hot here, about 100 degrees Celsius. Dude, we're not even close to 100 degrees. And I'm like, what? Don't you fucking bring that here. Don't you bring 100 degrees to fucking Northeast Ontario. I don't want that. That's too much. That's too much. Yeah. I know. Every time I pull a 44, Alex, I say your name just to make sure that you're in the energy of us. It's 6:10 for you, Alex? Right on. I'm not going to read the book, or should I? The book cranks me up sometimes these days. Let's get Michelle cranked. Let's get Genevieve cranked up. Let's see what the message says. Let's crank me up. Your intimate relationship with the invisible world is being called upon right now as you enter unfamiliar environments and situations. Holy crap, that sounds so like suitable right now. Maybe I'll enjoy this reading. It's time to commune with the great goddess, the aspect of the conscious universe in her most collaborative form. That's important. While all the chaos is going on around us, collaboration, right? Collaboration. The world then becomes your oracle as it opens up and communicates everything you need in the form of signs, omens, and messages. It's time to pay attention to the synchronicities and those moments when logic and reason fail to give you the full picture. The Mesopotamian goddess Ishtar reminds you of the time in her ancient temples when her priestesses served as oracles. That's important. Communing with the goddess and imparting wisdom to the people who sought guidance. Imagine a bunch of oracles together in safety. Yeah, imagine. Look at everything in your life as an opportunity for a communion, losing the need for self-centeredness. It's not about yourself, even if you work on yourself. It's about the all, right? Connecting to Source in a sacred, intimate way. You will not pray on your knees as a supplicant. You engage the great goddess as a partner in co-creation, participating in the making of new world. That's important. Yeah, 39 Celsius is really hot. We have not hit that as far as I know. We're hovering around 30-ish. But we're going down at night to whatever. I don't know. I don't look at the numbers very much. But, yeah. Alex just turned 11:11. Make a wish. 11:13 here. What does that mean, Alex? Alex says yes. Red code in Hungary and orange code in Romania. What do codes mean? I don't know what you're talking. I mean, I know what you're talking about, Alex from Romania. What does orange and red code mean? Is that per like COVID stuff you mean? Because we have colors and numbers for that, but I don't. I have no idea what they are right now. Oh, like the warm code, like the what they use visually as the colors to tell you when it's, yeah, yeah, we do that too, especially for fire, like when the, because we're surrounded by forest, so we have like the heat warnings and the stuff, and then potential fire bans when we're in code red. It's fire ban. No one's allowed to have an open fire anywhere. Speaking of fire, just love and light to all the places that are restructuring and burning right now. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. Owl medicine. It's funny, in a drawing I did yesterday, I looked at something and it was like, it reminds me of this face. So I said to Lily, I was like, should I just leave it white? Or would it like not belong in the drawing anymore because the drawing has so much color? Should I leave it white? And she was like, no. And then I was like, okay, well, if I don't leave it white, I really don't know what color to integrate. I don't color my things so often. And I said, I see it as white, but you're right, it stands out too much. So what color should I use? And she took out 2 greens for me. So my little dude turned out like a green instead of staying white. I don't know why I shared that, but I like the way the colors flow together, eh? It's practically like the same card, different authors, different decks. But the flow of the cards, the colors, boom. A little bit of Ishtar communication, a little bit of owl medicine. That makes a lot of sense together. That makes sense together. Alex Fox 44 says Hungary's president is awesome. He has balls. Alex from Romania says yes, he's got balls, but he's also a bit of a dictator. Dictator, balls, dictator. Get it? Alex Fox, that's interesting that you say that. I have so many different like perspectives of that Alex Fox says he's LGBT for brainwashing the children. That's the big global agenda going on, and he stood against it. I resonate with what you're saying because I do. The global agenda, I do see that, but I've known too many children since birth. Because I'm 49, I've known too many children since birth that it was in their aura signature that they would be a certain way, right? So children are here as well, especially in like the children that have been born, such as my children, right? The crystals and the rainbow and the golden children. These soul signatures have been brought in order to help the world change their perspective of what is what. So depending on how one wants to look at it, it's really easy for me to, say there's a global agenda, but within my life path of 49 years and counting, because I see children all the time who have that little soul signature of, guess what? I am not going to do things the way that you think or the way that everybody says is the right way. So it's coming from a different perspective when you are immersed and see children like for a lifetime that make certain choices, right? So I'm talking like babies being born to under 4 years who have not been vaccinated and who are of just, it screams from them. I already know when a child is born before they're like 2 to 3 years old if they're going to say later in life, I'm bisexual. And because, like I said, I'm 49, it's not just a statement that I'm making, it's a lifelong lived experience of, I remember being 20 years old, Alex. I was 20 years old working in a certain place, and the daughter of the owner, the way she would look at me, right? The way she would look at me, I already knew how she was inside her heart. You know what I mean? And she was. So Alex says, I understand that, but they're going on more than one gender and they want to legalize pedophilia. I don't know much about like just the whole like, they, right? Because I tend to not resonate with anything that speaks of that. So I'm going to be honest with you, Alex Fox. I believe what you're saying, and I know this because of the vaccines. What does that mean? There are children that I see that are so fucking confused, right? So confused because from birth, and then they have parents that are very matrix perspective. And so from birth, they've had all the vaccines and just their aura is not the same. So it really is their purpose to be certain way and embody certain lifestyles. But then there are others that are in that kind of thing. Alex says, most children are brainwashed by the media and social media. And that's since even when we were kids, right? It really depends on anyone's inner. And that's it. So it's hard to say brainwashed. I don't know. Is it possible to brainwash somebody who doesn't want to follow the herd? No, right? Yeah, I get it, Alex. I see what you're saying. I'm not going to focus any more energy towards it just because I don't even know how to talk about that, because free will is free will, and what people are going to choose, they're going to choose. You know what I mean? And I don't resonate with they, because they are not a part of my reality, and like I just don't, I'm not focused on that. It's not a part of my purpose or my mission, right? Not at all. I see, I don't know. I don't have the words. Yeah, Alex, I have to study it, but I understand you. But this is a global agenda. I understand what you're saying, but that's the thing with every soul chose its mission and its purpose before it came here, is my belief, right? And so, yeah, there are things that are a part of a global agenda, but guess what? We are the ones we have been waiting for to be here to make the changes and to be the radical walk in our own faith of what is meant for us, right? So it's hard for me to see it as a global agenda when I know children and, they choose what they choose. And we are genderless, Alex Fox. We are. Just because I'm in this package as a woman on earth, it doesn't mean anything, right? So because I'm a woman in this package, I should act certain ways and be certain ways. And it's like, what? Same for the masculine, like how masculine, like for generations, boys don't cry. Yeah, they do. And if boys had been allowed to cry for generations, we wouldn't be in the shit show that we are now, right? So it's, but because what we're trying to bring in as a new world, it is not, has nothing to do with our gender, who we are inside, and what we're here to do. So it's just words, right? In a way, does that make sense? Yeah, like everybody's on a mission for sure. Yeah, Alex, exactly. I'm gonna I'm gonna blue you while I can, Alex Fox, because I got the button that works today. Exactly, huh? That's what I resonate with, and that's what I'm here for, Alex. Exactly. The Hopi talk about the rainbow warriors, and that's what I am, right? We are all of different tribes, of many colors, and we're here to embody new ways, and that's it. Um, Kudos to those whose like purpose-based mission has to do with the global agendas. I can't speak about it more because I'm not a part of those realities, right? I'm not a part of those timelines at all. So I can't speak more about it. From my perspective, I don't put an energy towards those things. I put an energy towards the fact that we're here to change the world. Let's get it on and do it, instead of looking outside at what's happening in the world. We can't change that. Only the people in those timelines can change that, right? So that's it. You know. Which mean I couldn't be brainwashed against my mom like the other kids. However, I was in my knowing the no. I was very programmed, even as a rebellious soul. The agenda did affect me big. Thanks for saying that, Angie. For myself, that's why it's hard for me to speak of the agenda and certain things, because it did not affect me big. Yeah, there's timelines in my life where I did stuff like everybody else, but I chose that timeline in the moment. I did. So in my 20s, when I, watched a lot of fucking TV and did a lot of was the, typical fucking housewife that worked, you know what I mean? I chose that. Nobody made me do it, right? And I don't believe in peer pressure. Even as when I was young, we moved around so much that I was not rooted, and I didn't have to be the same person every fucking time we moved. I just acted how I fucking wanted, or how I felt like where we lived at the time. Which means in the 80s that most of the time I was camouflaging a lot of stuff and, learning how to integrate in society that I didn't belong in. Right? So I was young and seeing auras and seeing people and knowing that, most adults are fucking liars and hypocrites. They stand above you and they tell you to do something, but then they go do the opposite, right? They tell you to not lie, but they are liars. So, when you're very young and you have a mom that tells you not to lie, but then she lies to your father, or she's having an affair, and, and that stuff already, how do you decide to grow up? Well, you grow up to be the opposite. Right? You don't do as you're told. You do as you need to do for yourself. I don't find that I was a part of the programs. And if anything, especially the sexuality MK programming, although I know it's affected me in my life big time, I'm not a part of it. So it's like the older that I get, the more that my body is sovereign to me. I don't play the games, right? So I'm not caught up in in my body at all, right? I am the master of my ship. I don't just randomly lust for people for no fucking reason, and I don't just get all excited because somebody calls me pretty. You know what I mean? So I'm not a part of that program in a way that's so fucking detached that I see it all for what it is. That's it. It's all just a program to me, for real. and I'm not a part of it. Of course, Alex, I chose to be male in this reality to experience it. And I know in one of my past lives I was a woman. You think just in one? Personally, I've been here since forever and a day. I'm a master blueprinter. I've been here since before the beginning of time. And I would say most of my incarnations have been masculine, not feminine. The balance of it is more masculine than feminine. Alex says the Hungarian minority gathered 1.5 million signatures and they do not even look at it in the European Parliament. But if you're a sexual minority, they jump right away. Rotten bureaucrats. Yeah. Yeah, Alex. Yeah. Love does win for sure. Cool. I'm gonna need something else to bounce off of in the comments. I can't keep putting attention to that. Owl medicine, wisdom, illumination, intuition, clairvoyance, and deep insight abound. Go within. Profound majesty and grace is available to you by simply putting your awareness inward. Ancient knowledge is emerging within you. You know the truth. Trust your perception. You are a truth seeker and a truth sharer. Nurture the feminine spirit within you. Love the way we're talking about like gender and then the feminine, nurture the feminine spirit within you. And personally, it's been like a big, long fucking journey for me to be less, because I can still rant. You guys see that once in a while. To be more vulnerable, to be softer. I've worked on that. It didn't just come naturally, right? And it still not is. It still not is. I don't know if that's said. You can say that. It still not is natural at all times. You know what I mean? I work at it. I go within to cultivate the softness because I don't have the softness in my reality. Like not at all. So embodying being soft when all you get is hard is even like is it's past inhuman, on some levels of working so hard to be soft and then not having softness, right? So glory be to those who are like kind to me and soft and don't fucking bombard me with projections. You are the people that actually help me to feel a little bit of softness exterior from afar so that I can keep cultivating my own, right? Because it just doesn't come from, I have to cultivate it. Does that make sense? Hey, Road Trip Eddie, I saw your message yesterday in the comments saying that you moved spots. Does that mean you have a stable connection where you are because you're here today? How's it going? Hey, good morning. Unconditional love to all. Back at you, Eddie. A little bit of owl medicine for you. And I had pulled Ishtar. Communication. Ooh, not communication, communion. Oops, sorry. Sorry, I'm not sorry. And the colors, that golden, the reddish that blends into the golden orange. They're very prevalent right now. Alex says, what you doing now, Indiana Jones? Alex. Alex Fox, a shaman told me once I was sent here from far away. Yeah. Yeah. A shaman told me once I was sent here from very far away. Well, my last experience with the shaman was from somebody who's originally from Pine Ridge. His name's Michael, like me, Michelle. And as we were speaking, I was calling him dude. And then I remember I looked at him and I was like, dude, I just called you dude. I'm sorry, dude. And he was like, I love it. I was like, really? He was like, yeah, you're staying authentic to yourself. If you had not called me dude in our whole conversation, it would have meant that you just, you're not being yourself. And he's like, a lot of people won't call me nicknames because they see me as different because, I'm come from a certain place and I have certain abilities, but it's really nice to be treated as an equal, right? So I can still see his face though, because it's like, and my face, because I was like, oh, like the way I'll call a priest dude as well, right? But you're parked with internet for 13 days. Oh yeah. Angie's little shaman. Yeah, he's so cool. Yeah, Alex, that's cool. You was authentic. Yeah, I always am. But sometimes it's like, oh, like I didn't mean to say that. Like, imagine my little potty mouth. I speak the same way with everyone, so there's going to be some sort of...
Mom, remember that song you like, Rat?
Yeah.
It is on Spotify.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
I downloaded it to my playlist.
Cool. Be right back. All right, Alex. Thanks. You're in your favorite repeat spot in the forest? Oh, right on, Eddie. Good. I'm happy for you. I think I'm gonna need water. I don't think I know. Get the card going. Ooh, so pretty. This is a new deck. I've only done a certain amount of pulls with it. And so far, almost every pull that I've done, I'm repeating the same cards. I kept the sticker on it. That's me. Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. Lucy Cavendish. Artwork by Gilbert Williams. Jansu. Shout out Jansu. She sent this to us. And so it's new for me. So I have not seen all the cards. I don't interact with my decks when I get them. I think it's more fun to not, like I don't follow any like card protocol. Like some people say like you need to buy cards and then you become one and you look at them all and you blah, 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 blah. And it's like, great, you go ahead and do that. I get it. But for myself, I like getting the new deck, putting my energy into it. And I also asked for Jansu's energy to stay wrapped in the cards as much as possible so I could feel her as well. And then I like being surprised, right? So this one surprises me because it's like, well, I've never seen you before. And it so resonates, like it like matches my necklace. Seriously. And anybody who's been here often, you know I don't put a lot of stuff around my neck, but I needed the necklace today. I found this at a thrift shop in Inverness, Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, Canada. And it was a shop that I wasn't really supposed to go into. And then I was just like, what? I was driving a big red truck that day. And I was like, whoosh, guided. And I remember I was walking around and looking for things and just like didn't understand kind of what I was guided there for. And then when I found this, it was like $2 Canadian. I was like, that's why I'm here. And I grabbed it. And it was funny because when you're a non-local in a thrift shop in a local place, well, locals go to the thrift shop all the times, right? Because they live there. So that one day, me and Lily were the only ones that were like tourists at the same time in that shop. And there was only 5 or 6 people, but they were interacting like so much with each other because they knew each other. And one person was disabled, just different, gifted. And I don't know, I was doing that thing where I was just smiling, but he would never look at me. Like, he wouldn't look at me. So, but when I got to the counter, and it was my turn at the cash, I put this down. I was like, oh my God, isn't it pretty? Like, ah. And that's when he started to talk to me, is because he saw I was excited more than like a little kid to find the necklace, right? So this is my ocean, Inverness, Cape Breton, the Atlantic energy necklace. And I needed the Atlantic today around my neck, big time. If I can't get to the Atlantic, you can be sure I'm going to put it on somewhere, right? 39. 9 and 3 is 12. The gift, present, honoring, offering. Waterfall in the foliage of the green. Oh man, I would go there right now in a heartbeat. And boom, the bottom of the deck card, I had just said I don't have the deck since very long, and every time I pull the cards, it's the same 2 cards that repeat. This is one of those same 2 cards. It happens to be at the bottom of the deck. 4 and 2, Tree of Souls, collective wisdom, kinship, library, the Akash, the library of souls, the gift. Where's that book? Where's the book? I am going to read that because I don't know what the words that will come out are. I've never seen it before. Hi, Trace B. Pretty necklace. I noticed it first. Yeah. Someone should notice it because I don't wear a lot of stuff when I do stuff. So it's got to stand out a bit, right? Plus there's a little bit of boobage. So, I mean, not mean to, but it kind of stands out, right? It kind of stands out. How's your day going, Trace B? And I say your day, your week. We're midweek, hump day. Hump day, so stick a necklace in the middle of the humps. Right? Love you, Trace B. Yesterday, we went somewhere, and before they called my name, they called your name. They didn't say Trace B. He said Tracy. But when he said Tracy, I heard Trace B, and I was like, whoa, she got her order just before I did. But I thought that was a cool sync where her name, then my name. And when he said Trace B, Tracy, I heard Trace B. Boom, there's my garbage, dudes. It's garbage day. I always feel like a very big adult when I get the garbage out on time. 11:41 on the 14th. We're going to pull in 11:44 together. Yeah, Trace, I feel so adulty. I brought the garbage out today. The gift. There are times in this life when you know you have been handed a great gift. It can be a life-changing moment, one in which you feel suddenly that all has changed, and that once was can never be the same again. Boom, that's a sync. Mountain Rain yesterday, her epiphany video, she specifically said nothing will ever be the same. Because what has taken place has been a gift, a way of seeing, feeling, perceiving the energies all around you. And this is now what lies before you. You're being offered a great gift, one which is in part destiny, in part reward, and in part a plea for you to receive this gift of perception, to begin to see what lies beyond the confines of the world others call real, and to become a being who understands the language of spirit as it is expressed in the world. This gift may come in different forms of visions and of knowing, but it comes from a trusted source in ways that cascade. Boom, sync, cascade. Anybody else got cascade syncs? Whoa, shivers head to toe with that word. Cascade. Anyone else got cascade as a sync? I know bravery, Darren does. That cascade and gather. Just let the sirens go by, eh? Thank you. Just as they do down in this waterfall until its presence can no longer be denied. There is a sacred trust being placed in you by the beings of the hidden worlds. They ask you to be their emissary on this planet. Know, amidst the ordinary moments of our lives, that within these two lies the sacred. It is the intent which we bring to these moments that determines whether all we do is an offering and is made sacred, or if it's simply in the domain of the mundane. Boom. When everything we do is an offering. It's 11:44 on the 14th. That's important. When everything we do is an offering. When you consider that everything you do is for the greater good of the all, not for self. Dear ones, we come to you now and ask you to receive this gift. We ask you to know you are a chosen one, to take the gift and preserve what is sacred in the moments, great and small, of your life. Once accepted, life will change, and you will change too, in ways that will quench the deep thirst of your soul. The illumination message. It is now my time to receive. I accept the gifts of the hidden worlds gladly and with an open heart. Trace B, I love you. What colors are you wearing today? Oh, just let me know what colors you're wearing, sweetie. I'm in black and white and a little bit of accent of green. Maybe I'll paint my toenails green later too, or blue. I don't know. I can't pick a color, so they're not painted yet. Trace says, hey everybody, getting dressed for the shop. Love you. I love you too, baby girl. Oh, Alex, only you could write that and I would read it out loud and laugh. Alex says, Trace, the image is just so small, I can't even see the nipples on the breast. Good. That's why I wore this as well. No nips. No nips for you. There's other channels for that, Alex. There's other channels if you want to see nipples. They'll be really big. They'll pop out at you on the screen. You'll like run and hide from not, what the fuck? Oh my God. I'm looking at like how many people are in the chat, and ever since nipples came up, like boom, we're losing everybody. Everybody's gone to a different channel where they can see nipples. No, Alex. No nipples. We be nipless. Nipless. Oh my God, I gotta stop talking about that. Oh, nice, baby girl. Trace B says, I'm gonna wear black, yellow, gold, green. Snake, I think, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, Trace. No nips, nope. No nips, nope. Ooh, black, yellow, gold, green. That sounds beautiful, sweetie. I saw a frog the other night. I know. Just casually walking down a parking lot, and there's a frog like in front of me. He was so beautiful. Oh my God. I tried to kiss him. We tried to kiss him because he was like the most good looking frog I've ever seen. He was like this kind of green, actually, like so brilliant, with like golden and orange lines. And yeah, so he was in the middle of the hot bacon parking lot. There was no bacon, but the ground was bacon. It was hot. So I picked him up, and then he just kind of hung out, and I was like, no, I didn't kiss him because it doesn't work. But then I brought him to like where there was leaves, and I said, it's up to you, dude. You can keep going across the parking lot, but you got 2 hours. If you hang out here, you'll be safe. So I'm not quite sure what he did, but yeah, when you're standing in the middle of a hot parking lot holding a frog in your hands and you're wondering, do I take him home or do I leave him? And in my head, I'm like, yeah, take him home like fucking 4 miles away. You know what I mean? And then he has no family and he has no idea where to go. So I left him where he was. It was hard. Right? We can only help so much. Oh my God. It's getting hotter in here. Oh yeah, I said I was going to drink water. I think I'm going to do that. Oh, Alex, I love you. Alex says, maybe there's something wrong with me because I don't even watch porn anymore. No, Alex, that doesn't mean something's wrong with you. That means actually you're doing pretty good. Why? Because it's mostly fake anyways, and pretty much your imagination is better than that, right? Want to find the fastest, bestest way to get out of all the programming, get out of porn, and get out of the all the rest, right? At some point. That's it. That's it. Amber, Trixie Amber, shout out Trixie. Do I have my piece of amber? Yes, I do. I have a little piece of amber right here. I love the way the card is, eh? The green. Oh, it's too small.
Oh, under.
Actually,
It's the only one I have.
yeah, it's too small. Thanks. Scream Engine. I was thinking about you. Thanks for commenting in my video yesterday.
Yeah, that's the only one I have.
How's East Coast going, Scream Engine? Good day, good day.
I have an even smaller one if you want that one.
No, it won't hold the keys, and then I won't be able to hook it onto my purse, so it's worthless to me.
Yeah, I have an even smaller one that holds my laser that doesn't work anymore.
Oh, maybe it just needs a battery. Yeah, Alex. I'll pull a card for you. I'll just read what the amber. I'll pull a card after, Alex. Yes, for sure. Thanks for asking. Scream Engine. It's been going. It's been a fucking ride, eh? Hail Timmy's. Oh, Hail Timmy's the god of coffee for sure. Oh my gosh. I'm so just happy to go around the corner and say like, hey, can I have a coffee? So.
Do you know where my bathing suit is?
No, you didn't hang it in the bathroom the other day when you took it off, so it's in your room somewhere. Right? It's not in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Take your time. It can't be gone. When I moved here, the Timmy's where I am right now is the one Tim's that I never went to. So although I lived in the area for like 4 years, sorry, or passed through, I never went to this Tim Hortons because it's the one that's downtown. And I used to hang out at it when I was young though, which is a big full circle thing. So when I moved here, I was like, I got to get over just not wanting to be in that area because it's close and just go. So the first time I went for a coffee, I looked at the dude in the window. I was like, hey, I just moved here. You're going to be my best friend and you're going to know me forever. You're going to know me forever in a certain amount of time. And he looked at me in the car and he was like, what the fuck is this? But now we're months and months and months later. So months and months and months later, when I'm at the takeout, people are like in the back going, hey, there she is. And like, wow. Which is a good thing. I laid down a solid foundation of like love and trust. I've actually drawn a few of my favorite employees' names and just give it to them. So the other day, Lulu, she looks at me, she's like, I was telling my mom about you, how you just, come for coffee and we chit chat for a few seconds and how much I love you and how you made me a drawing. So then her mom says to her, what's her name? She was like, I don't know. All these months we've been chit-chatting. I've given her a gift and we just exchanged, all this energy. When her mom said, what's her name? She was like, I don't know. So I was like, and she's French too. So it's awesome because I looked at her, I was like, Michelle Geneviève. And she was like, oh.
Can you put this in? I don't want to really go in front of the camera.
Yeah. It was so funny. She realized after so many months that we were interacting and I had no clue. She had no clue what my name was. And then for the last 2 weeks, it's been so awesome. Like, I mean, everything that can come out of the blue and fuck shit up is happening. So one time last week or a week and a half ago, I went to get a coffee and then my card didn't work. So they had to, I was like, I'll come back. Like, just throw, I don't know what. And she was like, no, I know you. And she gifted me the coffee. And then the other day, I did something where I went into a shop and I was like, fuck, I don't want to bring my purse. So I put my bank card in my back pocket, but I didn't put it back in my purse. And then I changed and went and got a coffee. And when I ordered the coffee and went to find my debit card, it was like, gone, baby, gone, not there. And again, it was like that thing of, it's nice to have paved the way and people know you because, if you've been going somewhere sustained for 6 months, smiling at everybody, bringing energy, they don't tend to get angry or look down on you. They're just like, here, take it. So I says to the girl the other day, I was like, I think I should be good now. Like, I think I'll remember my card, all that, like, I'm so sorry. And they were like, we're glad it's you instead of somebody else, right? And I was like, yeah, I guess, but I still feel like an idiot. Hey, Kelly Ryan O'Brien. He's thinking about you. I even got the green on. This is what I'm surrounded with. I even said to myself at the beginning of the stream, I'm surrounded by so much green that Kelly Ryan O'Brien will come in at some point. How's it going, sweetie? How's girl doing? Yeah, I'm feeling, well, I'm not feeling Irish, but I've got the Inverness, Cape Breton, just the Highlands energy just whoosh, 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 flowing through a lot. Scream Engine says, yeah, I roll up to the drive-thru and simply say the usual. I just speak for as myself, and they just know that it's me no matter what. My other place, it was awesome because randomly I would grab my coffee and it would be written Genevieve on it. So it's been a long time since I moved that I have, my name written on it because they just know it's me. But yeah, for myself, I know that my daughter, it was about 2 years ago when she said to me, she's like, whether we go to the places that you always go to or anywhere else, every single time you order, everything is always full to capacity or more. So my daughter is 20, not Lily Rose. She doesn't necessarily always have a coffee. She'll have the fucking fruity drinks and shit, right? So they fill it up so big. And she's like, I'm really noticing that if I go alone or if I order myself or somebody else in the car, one of her friends orders, it's just normal portion. But when it's me, this is like boom. So we don't order Timbits a lot, but usually as well, we just...
Yeah, there would be 11.
They'll be
One time I got 15.
Yeah, right? So if they're going to give us one cookie, they shove in 3 or it's nice little treats to get because, I don't know, it's just nice. And I was that kind of person in my restaurant as well. So it's the exchange as well. What I gifted when I had a restaurant of just giving more to make just people whoa, like a treat, I get back, although it's years later, right? Yeah. Kelly, you always felt androgynous. As being very feminine looking woman, it's been a huge part of confusing interactions with the world. Boom. Thanks for writing that, Kelly. Same as well, because I have the package like this. It's like I should be very sexual, you know, because I'm sexy. And it's like, that's your perception that I'm sexy. And what you would do with your body, if you had a body like this, is your perception. So it is fucking past confusing, the interactions with this world in a certain package, right? It's assumed that because, you know, just it's past confusion. No joke. You're 17 minutes behind, Eddie, laughing about feeling very adult because you got the garbage out. Eddie, I wish I was joking, but hear the church bells? I feel like when I took the garbage out, sustained every week, that really I've done it all. It's so, you know, it's so big. It's so big. Oh, Kelly. She's doing good. Girl's doing good. Great. We're at the park. She actually wants the ball, but not yet. Yeah. How's it going for the fact of like, you know, she's a dog. So like, has she gotten the urge yet to move and she can't, like, to hurt herself? And the reason I say it like this is because it was about 3 weeks ago, we went to the beach and a young couple was there with their dog, and they tied the dog up on a leash to allow the dog to, because they, you know, the dog wasn't old enough to be fully trained to stay beside them, and they had the dog on a leash. But then what happened is another man came by with a dog, and when the big dog tried to go to the dog to the leash, the man on the beach took his whistle out. But when he whistled for his dog to come, the little dog, well, he was big, but the younger dog that was tied up, oh, it was so sad, Kelly. He bolted. He forgot he was tied, and he like bolted so fast to go towards the dog and the man that was whistling that, holy shit, like my whole body was like, what the fuck? Did he break his neck? Like, you know what I mean? Because the impact, like I was only about, I don't know, 10, 20 feet away. Not far. So like the impact of him, the inertia of him just like gunning it, and then boom, like he went so fast it repelled him backwards and down. It was like scary looking, you know what I mean? Because he whipped himself like so fast. Oh man. So is she getting that urge to want to bolt and go see stuff, or was she already old enough that she never did that anyways in the last certain amount of years, so that instinct part of her just isn't there? Oh, does that make sense? Said out loud? Okay, I'm going to read a little bit of Amber, and then I'm going to pull a card for Alex. I didn't forget about you, Alex. Yeah, I like the way you said that, androgynous. Personally, my sexuality doesn't rule me or lead me, so it's not even a part of like an inner dynamic with people, and that shocks people, right? People believe that if they give you a sort of attention, that you are to react and want more of that attention, like the flirting wheel, the game wheel, all that shit. And that all of that makes no sense to me, right? For my awakening journey, I really, really, really went a little too far and believe the childlike mind. So my childlike mind has nothing to do with fucking sex and like rubbing each other and fucking all that shit, because it's all part of the programs to me. That being said, the goddess woman in me completely knows what she's waiting for and why those things are like not blooming inside of me until that person makes it bloom, right? That's it. Amber, healing family patterns, releasing karma, preserving the wisdom gained by the lessons of the past. Families we come into as infants and the ones we grow up in offer us experiences that yield us gifts. Lessons about love, about resilience, forgiveness, and about our own power to leave behind the old ways and embrace the new. Our current families do this too. By exploring our relationships with family members, we can discover our own strength and wisdom. Amber Spirit is here with a message to reconnect with the wounded story you still recount, one that is the legacy of your family. Can you heal this story and instead tell it from the perspective of love? How beautiful it is to alchemically change the experience of family. This way you may receive and give love within a family is defined by the heart and the magic of the conscious universe, who sends people your way to make sure you have the caring affection you need and deserve, because friends become new family. I'm going to leave it at that, but I do want to read just the message about the crystal itself, amber. Amber is not a true crystal, but fossilized tree sap. Just as this resin is solidified, so too are the patterns sometimes passed down by family. Meditation with Amber Spirit is excellent to help you explore these patterns and shed light on those ways that no longer serve us. Alex, really? Alex, I bought the first collar ever two weeks ago. I'm over 50 years old. LOL. I had to bring my brother's dog to me for a day. Yeah. Hey, slightly slanted sleuth. How's it going, Steve? I've renamed myself Flo because I go with it so often. LOL. Flo is an FLO, like that show back in the day, Mel's Diner. Kiss my grits kind of flow. I resonate with that. I resonate with that flow. Kiss my grits. Right? Oh. Alex, me gonna pull you an Ascended Master, dude. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. It's so hot. There's no circulation. Doing good, Steve? So, it's Michelle Lee Canham's birthday on the 17th.
Ooh,
1/7. Yeah.